in. And I just think in the end, everything is neutral. And we attach so much to it and we bring so much into it. And if you are thinking of someone or something else as negative or bad, then that's something you should look at in yourself. But it was so clear in this journey, feeling like energies that are not like benevolent or not kind and potentially hurtful. But someone was talking about this, and I'm sitting with it. It's kind of like, we think of energies or things sort of like that on a linear line like this, like good and bad. But rather, she was like, it's a circle, and there's good and bad here, and really they're the same. At base, they're all the same, which I really liked. Like, the more extreme you get, the more similar they are. And like the paradox of like, essentially, like any paradox kind of cancels each other out, and in the end there's nothing. And I know that so much from my first mushroom trip, that like everything in the world when we get down to it is all a paradox, and essentially it is just kind of flat duality, blah blah blah, all of that stuff. And I kind of like that perspective. I'm still trying to figure out what that means for me. I have so many things to figure out from this journey, and I have another journey coming. Today is Friday, I believe, in just 2 days, so a lot more gonna come there. And I'm thinking of even taking a journey on Wednesday. They say like doing back-to-back journeys, although it wouldn't technically be back-to-back, can be really, really beneficial and open you up even more. Just so you know, which is really complicated to explain, but I've been integrating some, and at least for the first part of my last journey, I think where I'm currently at with it, which I'm sure will massively develop and might completely change, is definitely I want to come into the next, not definitely, to the next journey. And if she presents herself the same way, is to ask her wholeheartedly to present herself in a different way, to show me, that's the lunch bell, to show me a gentler path to what she wants to show me, and that I don't have to enter into the scary, the dark, the horrible. But also, if she feels that's really important, I can enter that. But I need to, keep my center in all of that, keep my compassion, keep my gentleness. And I'm not here to traumatize myself. I'm not here to like shake up my entire world, although I'm open to that if it's needed. But I still trust myself, and I trust myself at base of what I can handle and what I want. I think the other interesting thing, what's really calling to me, is it's kind of showing my relationship to other people. I don't know how to explain it right now, but my journey kind of feels like the way I was relating to her, the way I was relating to myself once I felt like there was something I wanted, then just like kind of giving up and wanting to go away, wanting to go away from her, wanting to go away from my child part. I don't know. This is more of a one-on-one conversation than a video conversation. But I feel clear in my next journey. I want to come in with the intention of how can I let go of the parts of myself that feel that I need to be so independent, that I am alone, the parts of myself that have trouble like leaning on other people for support, but also the part of myself that's fearful that if I lean on other people for support, I'm not going to be able to stand on my own anymore, that I'm just going to collapse into them. Which is not an unsubstantiated fear, but, to let go of those parts of myself, to welcome something new, to welcome deeper connection, more long-term connection, mutually supportive relationships where we're both really like leaning on each other but can also stand on our own. And I know part of that means I need to, before this next journey, really be willing to open myself up to change, to mourn the life I once had and to welcome a new life, and to give thanks to it and everything that it gave me. It's not like I'm gonna fucking change my entire life, but it feels important for this part to actually be let go, and for something new to be introduced. I really need to be willing to fully move on from. I think a better way of explaining it is like, if you've ever been depressed, sometimes coming out of depression is scary. It feels like the depression has become your home, or any other negative feeling that you're in for so long, and it's hard to really step out of that and step out into this new space. And I guess I kind of feel the same way, that this part of me has become my home, this hyper individualistic, I'm alone in the world, I have to figure out on my own, is like what I'm so comfortable with, and a part of me doesn't want to let that go. A part of me wants to stay there, even though I know it's hurting me. So having a little ceremony for myself to, really allow myself to let go of that and thank it and to move on to something else, I think is really important for my next journey. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. Oh, also, Kambo is pretty much exactly what he told me. So you do the Kambo, and then they tell you what they see in your body and in what this means in the future, like what has changed, and energetically too, and apparently cleared out my blood and my some of my lineage, as in some of the energy of my lineage of both my father and mother's side. Cleared out some stuff in my liver, as well as calmed inflammation or calmed stuff in my uterus, and also my head. Apparently they said it will be helpful for depression, anxiety, and insomnia in the future, which, by the way, everyone got something different. And they told me about, not in so many words, but, or in many more words, and I wrote it down, but essentially, all about, and this is something I had not talked to them about before, but about leaning on other people, about being in, like, a community of people who all think differently and working together, and everyone kind of having their own tasks and taking care of themselves, but also taking care of each other, and how it's important to have different perspectives on things and have different people have different views, and just be able to lean on others, and that I'm really strong in my, like, masculine, and I see strength in masculine qualities, but to lean on more in my feminine power, and also to follow more the cycles of the moon, or my internal moon cycles, my internal hormonal cycles, and not just because of the pain that I'm in, but just because there's really big power in that. So that all sounds really connected with all the stuff I've been thinking about working through, and hope I did some work with the Kambo, and I think I'll be doing some more Kambo sometime soon. Okay, now thanks for listening. Love you all. Miss you, my community, my people. Appreciate you. Sorry for not keeping in touch. Sorry for not being good at messaging back. You know me. Okay.